Hello, hello, my beautiful pink sisters. How are you today? My name is Marcia Jackson, and I am a thriver. Today, I'm going to talk about the blessing, the blessing in disguise. So, 20 months ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And shortly after that, they realized that it wasn't stage 3 like I was originally diagnosed. I was at stage 4. Now, a lot of times people hear stage 4 cancer, they like, oh my God, especially when I had mentioned it to some of my friends and family, they automatically thought I was dying. And I'm like, I'm not dying, you're not good. So the blessing within me getting diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic advanced breast cancer. That's the day I decided to start living. I had took a leave of absence from my full-time job and I started traveling. Decided to go back to school to become a nutritionist. I decided to do only the things that serve me, the things that I want to do, the things that serve my purpose. If it doesn't serve me, I'm not doing it, or my purpose. And my purpose is to help other women through the journey. Because I only do the things that I want. So when I say blessing in disguise, I mean, when I got diagnosed, that's when I woke up and I'm like, oh my God, I need to live because before cancer, I was just existing. I wasn't really living. I was just going with the flow. But now everything I do is intentional. Everything I do from the time I wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning until the time I go to bed by 8:30, 9 o'clock, everything is intentional, including my eating is intentional. Everything I do serve a purpose. So that's why I said it's a blessing in disguise because this is when I really start living. I am happier now with myself than I ever been in my life. Prior to cancer, I was looking for happiness outside, not realizing that happiness is within. I have to go within and get that happiness. I can't look for happiness outside of me. I am more at peace than I ever been. I am, you name it. Just blessed. I just love the life that I am living. I wake up every day now and I'm like, oh my God, thank you, God, for giving me such a great life. Because after I got diagnosed is when my eyes open. I start looking at life with different glasses. My eyes open up and I can see better. I can hear better. I smell better. Everything just better for me because I realized how quickly that my life could go. It was getting diagnosed with cancer is like you're here today and you could be gone tomorrow. But I didn't take it that way. I took it as a blessing. At least I have an opportunity to get it right. There are many people that die suddenly, die without any warning. When I got diagnosed with cancer, I said, well, at least God has given me a chance to get myself together regardless if I had a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year, but at least that's time. It wasn't like an instant death. I have time. And then as I'm going through, I was like, oh, I'm not going to die. I can live. I started to feel better and better and better. Today, I feel much better than I did even when I was in my 20s and 30s. And I'm now 55, and I feel better today than I did in my 20s and 30s and 40s. And so I use cancer as a blessing. Someone said to me, Marcia, you use your mess, meaning cancer, as a message. And that is so true. Through my journey, And as I'm realizing some things, I decided to go back to school to become a nutritionist because I realized how important the things that we put inside our body, how important that is in our healing journey and prevention. So my purpose, I found my life purpose. Before cancer, I had no idea what I wanted to do. Yes, I had a job, but it wasn't my passion. I have a side business, but it wasn't my passion. Now that I am in the process of helping other women, I realized this is my purpose. This is the reason I was born. And I only discover my purpose while I was in my healing journey. I discover the reason I was born, the reason why God created me. It is to help other women through this journey. And I'm here today just to talk about that journey. And that journey is so real because when you get diagnosed with cancer, when you hear that word cancer, it is like a cloud over your head, this dark cloud, and it cripples you. And I'm here to tell you, my sisters, that it doesn't have to be like that. You can move that dark cloud away from you, but you have to dig deep down within yourself and realize some things and start with your healing process. Start with your thinking, the way you're thinking. Start with cleaning up your body because what I do know as women, when we get diagnosed with cancer, there's some things going on with us. You don't just wake up and get diagnosed with cancer. Cancer slowly become before it get to a point where it can become diagnosed. So if you once you get diagnosed, that means you had some issues from before, and the issues that we were ignoring. All the signs were there, telling me that something was terribly wrong, but I didn't pay attention to it. I really didn't know what to look for. I thought I was normal, but the signs were there. So just making sure that we start cleaning ourselves up, to getting rid of the toxic out of our body, inflammation out of our body, trauma out of our mind, resentment, whatever it may be. There are some things going on with within us to cause that cancer, even if you inherit that cancer from your genes, your family member, there's still some things that's going on. For me, I didn't inherit it. I truly believe that the lifestyle that I was living, I created it. And I know that's not something that anyone wants to hear, but for me, I created my body to breed cancer. When I look back at how I was living, as far as with my mind wasn't right, my diet was horrible. I wasn't exercising. I wasn't getting any rest. It's just so much I wasn't fixing the problems that was happening in my body. So yes, I created that environment for cancer. And then once cancer built, I created another environment to have it thrive from stage 0 to stage 4. When I got diagnosed at stage 3. But quickly after that, within a few months, once I had my PET scan, they realized that it was actually stage 4 because it was all over my body. Do you know how long it takes to get cancer and then to get cancer to stage 4? A lot of things was happening to me, but I wasn't paying attention to it. So we as ladies, we must pay attention to our body. We must pay attention to what's going on with us. We must guard our body. We must heal our body. We must protect our mind. There's so much, but I want to hear from you. I want to hear, what are you doing to help yourself? What are some things that you're doing? Are you exercising? Have you changed your diet? Are you seeing, in addition to your regular doctor, are you seeing maybe a holistic doctor? Do you have a acupuncture? Are you doing IV drip? What are you doing? What are you doing to help your body heal? And if you are in a remission state or inactive like I am, what are you doing to stay that way? So I do want to hear from you. I'm interested to know because your information can and will help another woman who is going through and just need to know what they need to do to help themselves. And, I just want to share that with you. So please, ladies, if you can just take a moment and like this video and subscribe. My goal is to share many, many more thoughts with you and to build us up. We are in this thing together. Cancer is horrible. It's horrible, but it doesn't have to be like that permanently. There are so many things that you can do to change the outcome, Remember, I mentioned to you, I went from having stage 4 metastatic breast cancer to now being inactive. I was diagnosed 20 months ago, and today I am inactive from stage 4. And I thank God I always stay well. I always felt great. From the moment I got diagnosed, moving forward, I have always felt great, even better than I felt before I got diagnosed. How is that? How is that? Because there are some things that we can put in place and some things that we can do to keep us well. Cancer is not a death sentence unless we allow it to be. Cancer is not a death sentence. When you get diagnosed with cancer, it's now time for you to live. It's a lifestyle change. You now have an opportunity to change. It is a warning to tell you whatever you're doing, it's not it. You need to change your entire lifestyle. And because I listened to that, today I'm able to sit in front of you feeling great, feeling vibrant, feeling fantastic. And that's the message that I want to bring to you. Cancer is not a death sentence. It's a warning that you need to do something different, totally different. Okay, ladies, as I always said, I love you. Although I don't know you personally, but we are connected. Again, my name is Marcia, and I am a thriver. Until next time,